What is going on YouTube? Today we're finishing building the barn. No, we've just got some miscellaneous last minute framing things we're doing. Myself and my guys over here today before the metal guys come back tomorrow. So we're just touching up some stuff, and I'm gonna show you that's what we're doing right now. We got quite a bit of different things going on today. And I'll just give you a brief overview of what we've done so far and what we still have to do. So let me kind of go over some framing touch-ups. All right, so you're wondering what in the world am I looking at. So you can see we have lacers running on the top side and the bottom side. And we actually ran the bottom side today. So that the framers, or so that the metal guys can install the soffit material, which is the metal that's going to go from here back to the wall on the underneath side. So we had to do that all the way down, and got that done this morning, late morning. And what else have we done? I've been cleaning up some material, trying to use up everything. So you can see I've got everything piled up right here. I'll show you what I'm doing with all that here in a minute. I've been trying to use every bit of bracing material that we've had on the job. Just trying to use everything up, and that's what all of that is. So yeah, I'll show you what I'm actually using that for here in just a second. But let me show you what the guys are doing right now, and what we're going to continue to do here in a little bit with the tractor. So the original framers that were out here, they installed that lacer and that lacer, but they didn't put that one nor that one on. I think the original guys thought that that one and that one was enough to secure the metal to, but the metal guys want to secure it 2 inches from the top and 2 inches from the bottom. So we had to add a 2x6 down here because of the pitch of the roof coming into it. And we were able to do a 2x4 up there. So we had to add those two all the way down, and all the way down the south side as well. So that's what we've done for the last couple hours. And now, hey, you remember Jay? And that's Jay Jr.
Hello.
So let's go show you the other side soffit. And we've got to start there, and that's where we're going to pick up next. But we're going to use the tractor to help us out a little bit. So we're going down the stairs. Let me walk out the front door, and then I'll come back to what I'm doing over here on the sawhorses. All right, so you can see we've started running our lacers on the bottom side again. This side's already roofed, so now they can come back and do the soffits. So we've got on the extended part, we've got one at the fascia, one at the wall, and one right down the middle. And that middle one will carry on to be at the fascia down there on the second half of the building, and we'll still keep our one at the wall. So that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing over here. So next we're going to finish that off, but our scaffolding only goes so far over here, so we're going to use the tractor to help us get that last part. And then I'd really like to get a couple of the doors put together today if we can, and maybe set in the hole. So we'll see how it goes. It's already 3:40, so we'll see how far we get. Okay, so what I'm doing with that scrap metal that scrap wood that you saw sitting over there, I've had to take all the nails out what I can and that are in the middle of the boards. That was all just literally just junk lumber laying around, gonna be thrown away. That I'm going to use right around these windows as trim. It's going to fur out even on top of the lacers, and then those will get all, it doesn't really matter what those look like, because those will all get wrapped in white metal. So we just need something to go behind there to fur it out, and I'll show you what I've got set up on the sawhorses to try to make that easy, because there is 9 windows for each side. That's 18 windows. And we're doing 3 sides of all those windows, so that's a lot of cutting. And then there's also these 2 big 5040s right here in the front that I've got to do the same thing for. So I'll show you what we got going on, but also I'm going to show you some of what we're doing with the tractor. Alright, so I'm in the tractor. In the, did I mention the tractor's got air conditioning? Because that is real nice, Clark. God, I could work with these guys all day long doing this. So yeah, so I am getting ready to do something that is at your own risk, but it's going to help save some time. We're going to put Jay in the bucket and nail on some soffit on the underneath side. There's Duke. He really wants to ride in the tractor, but he's not going to get that opportunity. So let's come along with me over there, and we'll get rocking and rolling. Alright, so you can see the guys are finishing up the soffit where they can with the scaffolding. That's kind of how the front side, the other side went as well, where the scaffolding went all the way down. So they're able to just walk along the ladder lacers at the wall, which acts as a ladder, and use those walk boards out on the edge to put all this on. But that all stops right there where Jay Jr. is. So from there on, it's going to be off the tractor. So I'm going to, pretty basic stuff, I'm going to turn you on silence here and play a song or something while you watch them finish the rest of this. And then whenever we're done with this, hopefully we'll have enough time to put a couple of frames on the steel doors together. So I'll be back shortly. Alright, so this is the last piece right here that you can see. He's out of nails, so I decided to stop and talk to you real quick about what he's going to be doing. So he's going to nail on this last piece right here, and then he'll leave it running wild for now. And then whenever we go to put the fascia on, we'll go ahead and cut that off to where it's flush and the metal hides it all. But for now, we're just going to leave it running wild because it's not hurting anything, and keep moving along so we can be as efficient as possible. Well, I said that. He went and grabbed the front oscillating saw to go ahead and get it over with now. So it's over with now. He should have just taken a Sawzall or a skill saw, but to each their own. No stone left unturned. Alright, so we are doing our very last pieces for the soffit, and I think that's probably going to be it for the day for the guys, and then I'm going to show you what I was doing with the scrap lumber. Alright, so we're back to this pile of lumber here. I've been cleaning nails on it and all that kind of stuff. Anything in the middle of it, anything on the ends, we're just chopping off. But what we're doing is we're making the tops and sides for all those windows, for all that window trim to be wrapped in metal. So what I've done is I've set the chop saw up on the sawhorses with the makeshift table, put the 16 penny nails through the jig holes on the saw platform, so that doesn't let the saw move, it keeps it steady. And then I've built a little jig behind it so I can just slide wood up to it, cut, slide wood up to it, cut, slide wood up to it, cut. And then I'll adjust my jig here for whenever I do the sides. The sides are 47.5 and the top is 23.5. However, I want to overlap my two sides, so I'm adding 7 inches to that number, so that's 30.5. So I'm going to show you a couple of quick cuts, and then we're going to be done with today's video. So there you have it, 18 cuts in 5 minutes, Jay? Less, probably?
Less.
Yeah. So set up a jig anytime you have to do multiple cuts. So that's it for today. We're all tired, we're all hot, working that tractor and that air conditioning.
It looked rough.
Oh my gosh, you don't understand.
Really as I was climbing around touching the hot roof.
You don't understand the stress I was under. Your life was in my hands.
Yeah, it looked really stressful.
So I got to go home and deal with Duke. He's been eating insulation all day and 3 or 4 day old burritos that are left in the trash can.
Did he just get my burger out of my front seat?
Looks like it.
Yep.
So
Burger's gone.
burger's gone. So we're going to go home and make Duke stay outside for about 2 or 3 days. So until next week, or maybe tomorrow, I don't know yet. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Up on the ridge.